Welcome to Time Out for Marriage. Leo Tolstoy once said, "What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility." Tolstoy's words ring a bell with the findings of modern research, particularly what many of us may consider a finding a bit difficult to digest. That is, almost 70% of issues between husband and wife are what are referred to as perpetual issues, things that couples navigate over and over again due to differences in personality, approach to life, and likes and dislikes, an introvert and an extrovert, a spender and a saver, one who is timely, one who tends to be late, one is neat, one is a bit sloppy, one is go with the flow, the other more set in his or her own ways. One is physically active, the other is not. The list goes on. So we have these perpetual issues that may appear as signs of incompatibility, particularly when we are struggling in marriage. How do we navigate them? Well, we can huff and puff, keep score of the negatives, criticize one another in frustration, and allow ourselves to get flooded with negative thoughts and feelings toward our spouse. When we get flooded with negativity, we can slip into a funk, thinking we're not compatible with our spouse because of all the differences. Or we can choose to respond with love, patience, and acceptance, and build on the ways in which we are compatible, recognize and celebrate the differences between us as complementary, and move toward one another in our differences. A small example, and this rings true in my own life. The next time your spouse turns to a history or nature show on television, and you prefer a historic drama series, join your spouse. Or if the kitchen needs to be tidied and you are the one who's a bit more lackadaisical about cleanliness, roll up your sleeves and tidy up, willingly and joyfully for your spouse. The more each of us chooses to freely give out of love for our spouse, especially in the smaller things, the more goodwill we will have built up inwardly for our spouse in order to navigate and work through the more difficult differences when they do arise. And these big differences will no longer present themselves as sources of incompatibility, but simply as differences, which we honor in the other and work through together. Until next time.